Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Ali, your friendly neighborhood Chanel expert. Today we're talking about the new Chanel Le Lift Pro skincare line. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. We're going to start off by breaking down this new collection, talking about it, and I'm also going to overlay some videos of me applying the products that we're talking about today. So the Le Lift Pro line is a continuation of the Lift line, and the Lift line is for lifting, firming, and smoothing, but they added a Pro segment to this line, which is a bit more advanced and sort of connects a bit more with the Sublimage skincare line, which is like the top of the top as far as anti-aging skincare goes. So the Le Lift Pro, the architect of beauty. Chanel research has studied the characteristics of a youthful looking face for over 25 years, with a focus on clinical features linked to the youth triangle, the area from the high points of the cheeks to the tip of the chin, which inverts with age. The new advanced skincare protocol by Chanel features formulas enriched with a powerful key ingredient, the melipona enzymatic ingredient. The facial volume looks redefined, contrast is rebalanced, and the youthful triangle appears restored. So that's the Le Lift Pro. Not only is it going to work with lifting and smoothing, it's also going to add more volume. That's really the difference between the classic Lift and the Pro line. You're still going to get your smoothing, lifting, and firming, but the Pro segment of it is really going to focus more on volume and like making sure this youth triangle stays plump and in place, or so they say. So the first item here we're going to talk about is the newest addition to this line here. This is the Lift Pro Uniformity Mask. So this is for correcting, redefining, and evening the skin tone and complexion. This retails at $220 USD, and it comes in a jar. It's 1.7 ounces. It's a very standard skincare jar size. It's just the regular schmegular. So this product here in particular, this is the third step or third item in the protocol for the Lift Pro. The Uniformity Mask helps to address advanced signs of aging and rebalance color contrast caused by dark spots. So this one here has niacinamide, which is good for hyperpigmentation, dark spots, sunspots, whatever you want to call them. So this item here not only works on the volumes and the contours and the firming, but also evening skin tone in color uniformity. With an enveloping jelly-like texture, the mask evens and illuminates the look of the skin. The appearance of imperfections and dark spots is reduced. The complexion looks 25% more radiant. Contrast is rebalanced and facial volume appears redefined. If you look at the Chanel website, there are some videos telling you to do certain massage maneuvers to your face before you apply these products. There are certain pinching motions that you can do along the contours of your face. You know, sometimes there is an issue with laxity along the jawline, as well as, you know, wrinkles or the contour of the bone or on your forehead here. You can feel free to do these before you apply your products. Usually I do my massages when I apply my products, but according to Chanel, they would rather you do these maneuvers before applying the products. So according to the Chanel website, their protocol for the Lift Pro is to do pinching and massage techniques before applying the Lift Pro mask. So they say there are 2 ways to apply it. At first I thought there were 3, there are only 2 ways. You can apply a thin layer, or honestly a generous layer, and just massage it all over your face, your neck, your chest, wherever you want it to go. And you leave it on for 10 minutes as a flash mask. And the texture of this mask is a very thick gel. It's not runny, it's not fluid, it really stays in place, it doesn't go anywhere. And when you massage it after a few minutes, it still feels quite sticky on the skin. So you can't leave this on all day and wear makeup. It would be a disaster. I didn't try it, but I'm certain it would. And it says here to remove it, so you can't leave it on. You rinse it off with a wet cotton pad or a face cloth, and then you go on to the next steps, or you can go to bed with it. I've done this as well. It wears really nicely at night. Don't worry, nothing's going to stick to your face in your sleep. It does feel sticky to the touch, but you can go to sleep with it. It's really nice. I prefer to use my masks at night. I just feel like I get my money's worth when I just lay in it and just let it operate all night. But using it as a flash mask, I think also works if you want that more instant, radiant boost, and if you want to feel that sort of tight, sticky, lifting and firming effect on your skin, you can use it as a flash mask and then go on with your day, or in the evening, whichever you prefer. Next up, we have the Lift Pro Concentrate or Serum. So this is to correct, redefine, and tighten the skin, and this is $210 USD. So this, they say, is the first step of the protocol. If you're doing this in the morning, I use the mask as my first step, but let's pretend you're just doing more bare bones and basic. You're going to start with this serum in the protocol here. So the Concentrate Contour helps address the advanced signs of aging, redefine the look of facial contours, and rebalance contrast. The enveloping serum also delivers an immediate tensing effect. It does have a slight sticky effect as well, not as much as the mask. The mask feels stickier. This is fragrance-free, suitable for all skin types, including sensitive. The formula can be applied between aesthetic dermatological procedures to maintain the results. So if you're getting Botox injections, whatever, they say you can use this in between those to continue those effects. And then you continue on with the cream afterwards. As far as the application goes, it says inspired by techniques used for decades in aesthetic dermatology to promote resilience, Chanel has created massage gestures to complement the Lift Pro protocol. Before applying the product, perform the signature pinching or massage maneuvers, and then you apply the serum or the concentrate afterwards. And you can use this on your face, on your neck, on your chest as well. And then you follow it up with the moisturizer. And so in this moisturizer here, this is the Lift Pro Cream Volume Cream. And so we're seeing here in the verbiage that they are focusing more on volume and replumping and just sort of refilling the youth triangle. And this is to correct, redefine, and plump the skin. And this is $200 USD plus tax. And this is the same standard size. It's 1.7 ounces, the same size jar as the mask. And the serum is 1 ounce, 1 fluid ounce. It's standard size for a serum. So this would be your last step for the Lift Pro protocol. The volume cream helps advanced signs of aging, redefine the look of facial volume, rebalance contrast, and smooth the appearance of deep wrinkles. The soft cream delivers an instant plumping effect, fragrance-free, and suitable for all skin types, including sensitive. The formula can be applied between aesthetic dermatological procedures to help maintain the results. Same thing as the serum. All three of these products have the same key ingredient. It was cultivated in Costa Rica. The Melipona enzymatic ingredient is a precious honey-sourced ingredient. This highly concentrated ingredient helps reinforce the skin support and correct the appearance of advanced signs of aging. Okay, and there is also one last item to talk about here. This is actually a massage tool similar to a gua sha. This is the Lift Pro accessory for massaging. It's to correct, redefine, and smooth. You can use this one here. I don't have that one. I have another gua sha that I like to use. It's a jade one. I quite enjoy it. You can use one from Chanel. You can use one from a different brand if you want. I'll show you the one that I like to use. Although I have to say, I'm not always great at using mine. I think you're supposed to use it very diligently, and sometimes I forget. But when I do use it, I feel really nice, and I feel like I'm really taking the time for myself. Okay, let's talk about it. A lot of anti-aging products are made for very dry, mature skin. If you're someone who has oily skin, combination mixed oily skin, but you have mature skin, you probably have a very difficult time finding skincare products for you. Might I talk about the Le Lift Pro line, some of the ingredients? The new Uniformity mask, I think, is exquisite. Out of everything we've talked about today, this is my favorite. The texture is this thick gel. It's a thick jelly texture. It feels really nice. When you massage it, it does feel very sticky. So if you don't like a sticky texture, it's not for you. But if you like a sticky texture, if you like gel, you're going to love this, because now that it's into warmer summer months, this is great. It doesn't feel thick. It's not a heavy cream. It doesn't feel like butter. It just feels like a nice thick gel. You can rinse it off or go to sleep with it. When you wake up in the morning, it doesn't feel sticky. That's all gone. But if you have oily skin or mixed combination skin and you have mature skin needs at the same time, this is an excellent mask for you. It won't feel greasy. It won't feel oily. You won't feel like your pores are being clogged. It's really meant for you. And the Pro line is really lifting, firming, and also filling your face with volume and redefining it. So it's really meant for you. I think it's a wonderful product to try out if those are your skincare needs. Even if you have mature, dry skin, I think you would still get something out of it. You could just apply a little bit more. Maybe you would add a drop of oil on top afterwards. It's a really wonderful mask. And I really enjoy the ingredient list. They removed the alcohol, finally. I don't know why Chanel still insists on using alcohol in so many of their skincare items, but this one here has no alcohol. It has zero fragrance, zero perfume. It smells like nothing. To say that it smells like water is an exaggeration. It doesn't even smell like anything. Like, it smells like nothing. There's no perfume, no fragrance. So for the mask, when it says it's suitable for any skin type, that is definitely 100% correct. This is my favorite item of the entire Lift Pro line. Now, let's move on to my personal least favorite item from this Pro collection here. And it's funny because this is the one that I bought full-sized, as you know, as one does. So this is the Lift Pro Concentrate. For me, listen, I'm testing this out and talking about this with you. I'm 35. This entire line is not exactly meant for me, but I wanted to test it out and share my thoughts with you anyway. So this is a very fluid, watery, runny serum, and this has more of a mattifying effect. So again, if you have more oily skin, combination skin, this might be more for you. This has zero scent, zero fragrance as well. However, they do have alcohol in this serum here. And I've noticed that I do have a little bit of redness and breakouts just on my cheeks here. And I think it's from this. Now, not everyone who uses alcohol in their skincare gets this, but I guess I just have some sort of sensibility for alcohol in my products. I've noticed that when I use a product that has alcohol somewhere in the ingredient list, this tends to happen around here. So I think that this is the culprit. So that's unfortunate for me. Now, if you're like, listen, this happens. Sometimes you buy a product, it's way past the date of trying to return it. I'm not going to throw it out. I'm just going to use it from like the neck down. You know what I mean? You don't have to throw it out. Like, if you try it around here and you still get breakouts and redness, discontinue use. But if you have products at home that they're not working here, instead of throwing it out, it's very extra and very luxurious, but I personally would rather use it around here than just throw it out completely, personally. But like I said, like, I'm only 35. This Lift Pro is not really meant for my age group. And again, I have that sensitivity for alcohol. And if you have rosacea, this is not for you. I know it says that it's for every skin type, but that's why I exist. Just because they tell you it's for everyone does not mean that is correct. So personally, this one is not for me, not my fave. Now, moving on to my second favorite out of this collection here is the Lift Pro Volume. It's like the cream volume. There's only one texture here. In the traditional Lift line, there are 3 moisturizers available. There's a thin texture for oily skin, a normal texture for normal skin, and then a thicker one for drier skin. This one here, the texture feels lovely. It's a bit thicker, it's a bit more buttery, it's a bit more moisturizing and hydrating, and it does feel very plumping. It feels very nice, very smooth, very buttery. That being said, I it's not for my skin type needs, but this has 0 alcohol, 0 perfume, 0 fragrance. It smells like nothing, so it does feel very nice on the skin. It's a really wonderful, very unctuous moisturizer. It's not for my skin type. It certainly isn't for the summer for me. If you have more mature skin with dryness, this is for you. This could also be an excellent evening, nighttime cream as well. And the texture feels lovely. And I swear that you do feel a sort of plumping, moisturizing, enriching effect on the skin as well. So I think that this is really nice. Personally, I would go with a mask first and foremost. Like if you are interested at all in like anti-aging masks and you have normal to oily skin, or if you live in hot, humid climates, this mask is going to be really enjoyable for you, followed by the cream and then the serum last. And I think it makes sense that they added the Lift Pro massage tool to this entire regimen or protocol, because a lot of people who use the gua sha use it because it's known allegedly to help with the contours of the face and just maintain that youthful appearance. So it's not necessarily that this one Chanel massage tool is going to do it for you. It could be just any good old gua sha might do the same effect. Anyway, those are my thoughts and opinions on the new Lift Pro line. I've done a video like this on the classic Lift collection and Hydra Beauty as well. So feel free to leave a comment down below. I cannot wait to hear from you because I do find it interesting and very helpful as well, hearing from you, your thoughts, your opinions, because a lot of you watching are my age or older, and so you may be already using the Lift line or Lift Pro. I know that the Lift eye cream and moisturizers are very popular and very well loved, so I would love to hear from you in the comments. And if you're not aware, I have an online beauty consulting service. It's a one-on-one video chat with me where you get to ask me all of your burning skincare and makeup questions, and I can come up with a personalized list, a regimen, products that I think might work for you. And there's no pressure because you pay for the time for the service, and then afterwards you're free to shop or not shop any products. There's no pressure. It's not the same thing as going into a department store. So if that sounds like something you'd like to do, go ahead and click the link down below. And on that note, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.